So how do you get commissions on Roblox? Whether you are a scripter, a builder, a modeler, a UI designer, animator, whatever it is, you want to make money from your skill. Roblox is becoming more competitive these days. I would know this very well as I've been streaming, releasing 4 games, and showing the process of development and how brutal this market is these days. And I think a lot of devs are looking for a way out of this. Like, how do I make money without having to go through having 500 highly engaged users over 16? How do I make money without doing all of this hullabaloo? And I actually used to take commissions on Roblox when I was a builder. Back in the day, I actually used to work for the Ryan's World Roblox game. I also did like a giant cruise ship build for somebody and countless other tiny commissions that made me money from like 14 to 15 years old. After that, I started teaching commissions on YouTube a few years later. And many people have gotten hundreds of thousands of Robux to millions of Robux from taking my advice and acting on it. Today, we're going to dive into just the steps that I would go through to take commissions in 2026 as a new developer. So the first thing you have to do to get commissions on Roblox is you need a portfolio. So whenever I'm talking to developers and they're asking me how to get paid for their work, I'm often surprised to find out they don't even have a website that shows you all of their work. Like, you need to show people what you build if you want them to hire you to make the map for their game, obviously. But it slips the mind of a lot of devs. So the first thing you want to do is you actually want to make a card. And a card is just a website that is free for you to release. Anybody can make a card website. And you want to put your work in it. You want to put clear pictures. You want to put things that are relevant. Like, I often tell people, like, if you're a UI designer, show studded UI. If you're a builder, show people your retro slot builds. Show people the stuff that is the most recent. And also, I can say, as somebody who's hired a lot of people for commissions or even for hourly wage work, like I've hired guys from the Philippines to make Roblox games for me. As somebody who's done a lot of hiring, I can say that somebody who looks like they're making games that would hit right now is somebody who I'm more likely to hire. I don't care what skill you are, show people relevant work. Another piece of advice, right? To make it so that if you have builds, put in the best presentation possible. Make it so that there's really good lighting. Don't just make the build. Make the lighting amazing. Make the lighting like 10 out of 10, and then make it even better. Fudge it a little bit. Whatever you want to call it. Take it into Photoshop and amp up the saturation. That is going to make it pop just that much more. I mean, as long as it fits the build, right? Anything to boost the perception of your work. Anything that makes it look more competitive, because there are a lot of people trying to get paid like you from what they do. So that's advice for builders, but for scripters, it's the same thing. You want to make sure that when you're showcasing a system, it has a decent build or decent particle effects or decent UI in it. You want to make sure that it looks good. You're selling people on the scripting, but normies who don't code still judge it on the visual, ironically, even though that's not even your job. Your job is to make it work. Doesn't matter. I see people blow up on X all the time with really nice looking, like, satisfying systems, you know, like the jelly system or like the butter system or the keyboard effect. People will show these systems, they'll go and sell them on Twitter, and they blow up. Why? Not because it is the greatest coded system ever, but because it looks cool. That is the effect that you want to lean into. You want to have the aesthetics right, no matter what your skill is. So the second thing, after you have your portfolio done, you want to release it. You want to be on social media. You want to be on Discord. You want to be places where it can be found. This is another thing where I'm surprised that devs don't do this. I mean, obviously they're coming to me for the advice to begin with, but if you haven't actually tried to post your work, how do you expect to get hired? You know, so you do need to post on Twitter. You need to post on Discord servers. I say everywhere you can. People ask me for the best place. Really, it doesn't matter what the best place is. The best place depends on the person. You got to post it in every Discord server for development. Post it on Twitter. You should post it daily. You should spam. There's a difference between spamming and being somebody who's in the ecosystem. If you want some specific ones, I will link them below. I have a Discord server myself called SmartyRBX, which has over 23,000 developers, and we're partnered with a website called VinDevs, which actually allows you to have your own portfolio, see jobs. We actually have a very robust system, and we have like scam prevention, all the security things that you would want in that type of marketplace to make it safe to actually promote your work in. So give that a join. There's also, of course, I got to throw out the popular ones, Hidden Devs. There's RODevs. There's several others. I'll link some of the top ones below. These servers are not always clean. including in my server, there will be people who are trying to scam you. There will be people trying to give you bad offers. There will be all sorts of issues. This is common across the board, and you have to use your judgment no matter what Discord server you're in, and on X, anywhere on the internet. Now, as a final location, you can also go to the Roblox Talent Hub. Not as many people use this, especially now, but it is still active, and it lets you post your work. It lets you get hired. It lets you find jobs. And you should also be there too if you're trying to maximize the amount of commissions that you get. If you want personalized feedback on your pricing, portfolio, or commission strategy, I've opened a limited number of one-on-one coaching calls. We'll look at your work together as if I was someone wanting to hire you and build a plan to help you land clients faster. The link's in the description. The third thing you need to do, and I'm making this an entire step because so many people mess up on it, is make the golden bridge. The golden bridge is basically how people can contact you. I don't care if you have a portfolio if I can't message you because your DMs on Twitter are blocked. I don't care if you have a nice looking piece of work, like a piece of retro slap bills that looks better than Steel of Brain Rot if you don't have a Discord. If I don't have a way to contact you, it doesn't matter how good you are. So you need to make it so that it is as easy as possible to contact you to hire you for your work. Sometimes I have wanted to hire somebody for commissions, and I couldn't even find a way to reach out to them. This is coming from the perspective of somebody who has, hired people for more commissions than I've even taken. And this is one of the biggest and most surprising problems. Make sure you link your Discord account in every single post that you make. Always make sure your DMs are open on these platforms where you're taking commissions. You may have to check your privacy settings on Twitter. Ensure that your DMs are public to people. Don't block people from the necessary pathway to pay you to do something. All right, finally, this is going to be a controversial tip, but it is to use AI. Whenever you are trying to get commissions on Roblox, we live in a time where using AI is a big topic. Everybody either wants to tell you don't use it at all or use the hell out of it. I'm definitely one of those people who says use the hell out of it, but I will warn you, there are some caveats to this in commissions. Whenever you are taking a commission on Roblox and you're using AI, it is important that you are upfront about the fact that you're an AI-assisted workflow. A lot of these servers will ban you if you aren't open about this. A lot of these places will get mad at you. People who hire you will get mad at you. I don't have a problem with somebody personally using AI for a commission. If it makes them faster, I want them to do it. This is coming from somebody who hires people. I have 2 guys who work on prototypes for me in the Philippines, and they are very reliable guys, and I even have paid for a codex subscription for them to code for me because it's just faster. They wouldn't be able to make 2 prototypes for Roblox games a week if we didn't have this. So best believe that there are commissioners out there who are okay with AI. Do you have to call yourself AI generated? No, just say I have an AI assisted Roblox development process, because I don't care if you are using AI for most of the code, whatever, you're still the person guiding it. You're still the person who's in charge of it. You're still the person with the ideas. So that means AI is just like a worker for you. It's like if you hired somebody to help you do commissions for people, like you made an agency. Nobody shames people for that. But the minute AI enters the room, a lot of people get heated about it. I'm not somebody who's going to say, don't use it at all. I think you should. It's going to make you faster. I don't think that you should label yourself as AI. Don't say, all my work is AI. Don't discredit yourself. Just say you use it. And do it to make you faster. Do it to make it so that you can get out more posts about your work, right? Write tweets about it. Get ideas for how to structure the tweets better with ChatGPT. Make it so that your code happens faster with Claude Code. Build systems, and you could even sell them, right, on a website, like a WAP store, and let people get those from you. You can just say, I use Claude in the process of making this. Eventually, I don't know if it will even be necessary to say that, because everybody's going to use AI. But we live in a time where a lot of people care about that, whether or not it was in that process. So be aware of that. But I would recommend that you do use it. You are in a very competitive market, and efficiency is important. You need to efficiency max if you're going to get ahead of most of these devs. Like if somebody's using Claude Code and knocking out 30 commissions a week, they're going to kick your ass if you're only doing 5 or 3 because you refuse to open up a codex session on your computer. So that's how I'd take commissions in 2026. For everybody who comes from my streams or just comes to this channel in general looking to make money off of Roblox development, this is the way to do it, directly one-to-one to another developer, selling them your services without publishing your own game, which is becoming a more and more difficult method every day. I think that doing this to earn funds, to fund making your own games, is a great idea. Whatever reason you have for wanting to take commissions, even if that's just getting recognized for your skill, do these steps and you'll be well on your way. You don't need to sit here watching 20 guides about how to do this. I've made guides in the past you can check out on how to take commissions, but I would even say stop right here, get the stuff done in this video, get your portfolio out, post your work, start getting DMs from potential clients, and then worry about optimizing it and learning more after. Don't even watch more of my videos until you do this. So good luck on taking commissions. Peace out. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on. Join us on our streams sometime. We do these every single day these days. And I'll catch you next time.